Perfect day to talk about shelters. Hey guys, Justin with Backyard Bushcraft. So in today's Bushcraft Essentials video, we're going to be talking about shelters. Now, if you've been watching the series from the beginning, we went over how to lash a tripod. We talked about how to hang an adjustable pot hanger so you can cook with the tripod. And then we went over 5 of the most essential tools that you should really have with you anytime you go out into the woods. Obviously, there are going to be other things that you're going to bring on your trip, but to cover the basics, shelter, fire, water, food, obviously, those tools will cover just about everything that you need to worry about while you're outside. Now, a couple of years ago, I did a class with the Appalachian Bushman School with Coal Cracker. Their traditional way of camping outside is with these Bushcraft oilcloth tarps, which I've come to love. My favorite configuration is the lean-to. The reason being, once you set that up, you have a full view to Mother Nature. You also have a little bit more exposure to the elements, but we're going to go over some of the things you need to take into consideration when setting up a lean-to, some of the things you need to take into consideration when setting up a plow point, and why you would choose one or the other. So stick around and let's get into the first one that we have up, the plow point. A few things to talk about. I am a huge believer in leave no trace. So when you're going to go out to go bushcraft, normally you're not going to be hiking for days and hiking for miles and hiking, very far distances. It's usually half a mile to a mile in. You're going to set up a nice camp and you're going to make sure that whatever you do while you're in the woods, you pretty much leave it the way that you found it. That's number one. Number two, when you're looking for an area, depending on what type of tarp you have, that's really going to play a major role in picking your spot. I am using, like I said, an oilcloth tarp from Coal Cracker. It's a 9x9 tarp, so I need a pretty big area to set that tarp up. Now we're going to go over the plow point tarp first. The reason why we're doing that, we just had some pretty foul weather here the last 2 days on Long Island, and if you're going out, you're going into the woods, obviously your plan is to let people know where you are and know in advance what the weather forecast is gonna be, so you can prepare properly. So what I would do in this situation, knowing that we have some rain in the forecast, maybe for the rest of the day, maybe tomorrow, who knows, maybe tonight, I'm gonna set up a plow point shelter. And the reason being, number one, it's super simple to set up. And number two, it gives me the most protection from the elements outside. Okay, so the first thing I did was I laid I just spread my tarp out in the configuration that I want it. All right, you don't necessarily have to do that, but I'm not in my backyard, obviously, which is where I normally practice any of my bushcraft skills. I figured something like this, I really needed to be in the environment to show just exactly what kind of challenges that you could possibly come up with. Now, this isn't a survival type situation. We're not making a debris hut. We're not ripping trees down. We're not doing anything like that to change the landscape at all. So very simply, we have our tree we're going to tie off to. We have a tree behind us that we're going to use to pull the sag off of us. Now, like I said, normally you're going to pick this type of shelter when you know there's going to be some foul weather and you're going to need some type of protection from the element. Okay, so there's my first tree that I tied off to. I have another tree behind me here that I'm going to take this sag off. What we're going to do is we're going to take a toggle very easily, and we are going to take another piece of cordage and we're going to put it through the center loop on this tarp, and we're going to tie it off around this tree so we can take some of the sag off of us. Now I can adjust this as I go. Once I get my other 2 corners staked in, or my other 3 corners staked in, I can adjust this trucker's hitch to take that sag off of me. Okay, so you can see, very simple to set up, took no time at all, and I do have a little sag in there still. I'm just gonna pull on that trucker's hitch a little bit, and I'm gonna take more of that sag off. And now you can see just how much of that sag is off that tarp. Let's go take a look inside. And that's your plow point shelter. Super protected from the elements. I could have a campfire out on either side of me if I want. If the weather was going crazy right now and it was raining, there's really no chance of me getting wet. The only thing I would suggest different is when picking your location, make sure if it is raining or if it is super windy, you set this plow point up where the wind will either blow the smoke from your campfire away from you, or the rain and the wind will not blow into your camp or into your shelter, because that would suck. This is something I would use if I knew, like I said, there was poor weather on the way. Now we're gonna move over to my number one setup, is the lean-to. I do have videos out there showing how to set these shelters up. This is nothing too detailed. We're just gonna fly through setting up the ridge line. We're gonna fly through setting up the toggles on the prusik knot. We're gonna stake it down, pull the sag out, and then you're just gonna see just how much room and just how comfortable it is inside that lean-to. So one of the things you're gonna notice right away is that I already have the prusik knot set up on my ridge line. This is the kit that I use when I go out. If that's something that you wanna see, something you want me to do, show you the ridge line kit or the kits that I have set up for when I do get outside, drop a comment, let me know. I'll be more than happy to make a video for you. But that's pretty much it. Bowline knot, tree to tree. You're going to do your trucker's hitch at the other end, and you're going to have your prusik knots on that ridge line, so you can get your tarp set up. One other additional thing that you're going to need is, or I should say, two other additional things that you're going to need are two toggles to set up the tarp. So there you go, there's the setup with the prusik knot. All right, obviously, if there was no tension on this would be able to slide freely. And because there is tension, I have it nice and tight. I'm able to keep my tarp off the ground. So again, I do have a video on this, and you can check it out. I show you how to make the prusik knot and obviously how it works. And now you can see just how much of that slack I just pulled out of that tarp. I'm going to adjust a couple of things, and then I'll show you the inside. So one of the reasons why I love this shelter so much, besides the fact that there's a tremendous amount of room in here, let me just show you real quick. This is my view, all right? So, I mean, you could have a campfire right out in front of you. You really can take in the environment, and that's what being outside is all about. Bringing yourself to the outside and just really experiencing Mother Nature. And I really feel like this shelter does that. Two things you want to take into consideration when making this shelter. Number one, make sure the wind is not blowing to you. So if you do have a fire set out in front of you, the smoke is not blowing into you. And if it is a windy day, or if it is a rainy day, make sure the rain and the wind are blowing away from you, so the tarp is taking most of the elements, not you, while you're inside your shelter. So that's going to wrap it up for me today, guys. Like I said, this Bushcraft Essentials series, I'm going to try to get out every single Sunday. I'm going to try to build off of the previous week's video. And like I said, today was two shelters I would consider using in a bushcraft environment. You have your plow point, which is going to give you some nice protection from the elements. It's a very good option to really keep you covered. And also the lean-to, which again does keep you covered very well, but it is definitely a little bit more open and submerses you into the environment just a little bit more. Hopefully you learned something today. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, but more importantly, ring the bell so you're notified every time I make a new video. I really appreciate you checking me out today. This is Justin with Backyard Bushcraft, signing out.